DreAllDay.com.
Everybody, Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Today, I'm going to tell you 3 principles that you can apply to your life, your business life, and all of us have a business life because it costs you money to live, it costs you money to whatever device you're watching this video on, the Wi-Fi, the data connection plan that you pay for in order to be able to watch this video, the clothes that you have on, the food that you eat today, the electricity that you're using. All of us are in business, but if your business is making money, losing money, or staying flat, I'm going to give you 3 business principles that you can learn from people who are in the exotic dancing industry, the stripping industry. Maybe we could even call it the porn industry, I think. But let's just stick to, I thought of strippers when I thought of this topic, so we'll just say that. 3 things you can learn from people who work in strip clubs. And I'm going to tell you something. First of all, I don't go to strip clubs. I've never been a stripper. I've known some strippers. That's a different conversation, a different video. But the principles that you can, whether you agree with the profession, there are some people who disagree with the profession. They're like, there's something wrong with a person who would do that for a living. And there are some people who say, I would never do that. Some people say, I would never go there. And there's some people who love it. And then maybe somebody who's watching this who's actually in the profession. I'm here to tell you right now, it doesn't matter what you think about it. It doesn't matter if you love it, hate it, or indifferent to it, never even thought about it. These principles apply to you. And I'm going to tell you exactly why they apply, coming straight from people who work in the, I guess we call it the exotic dancing industry. Principle number 1, you leverage what you have in order to make money. Now that sounds very simplistic, it sounds very basic, but how many of us are not doing it? How many people have you seen in your everyday life, or even you yourself, have you ever been guilty of having certain skills, certain abilities, certain accomplishments, certain things you have done, certain knowledge that you have, but you're spending a whole lot of time and energy trying to sell yourself or sell a product or service or idea or information that has nothing to do with these skills that you have that are so obvious that anybody else will look at you and say, okay, this is the skill that you have. You should be selling this skill right here. If you're going to sell anything, sell this. But you're trying to do this thing over here. Or you're doing this over here. You're doing that over here. Or you're minimizing the thing, the very most important thing that you have, the most valuable thing that you have that you can bring to the table. Now, I'm not saying that a stripper doesn't have other valuable things to bring to the table besides their ability to dance and probably how good their body looks. But they have that thing. They see it as worth something. They see that people will pay to be around it or to touch it or to put dollars in it or have them sit on their lap or whatever it happens to be, dance in their face. And they're willing to leverage what they have in order to get what they want. So I'm not telling you that you're only worth one thing or you can only do one thing. But when you have something that is valuable and you want to make some money, why not leverage that tool, that skill, that experience, that knowledge in order to get what you want? And again, you may do it in a way that for you, viewer, you may think is morally on a higher ground than stripping, whatever. It doesn't even matter. That's not the conversation here. Number 1 point is you leverage what you have to get what you want. Number 2 thing that you learn, anyone in the exotic dancing industry, is that time is always money. When a stripper is at work, at least what I've seen in the documentaries and the TV shows and the movies, because I don't work, I never ran a club and I don't even go to clubs like that. But it seems like whenever they're at work, they're making money, right? If they're working, there is for money. They're not sitting down having a conversation with one of the patrons of the club if you're not paying. Any of you, I will just think about, I'm thinking female strippers here. I'm not talking male strippers. I don't know how that industry works. But any of you males who go to strip clubs, you're not going to have a stripper come and sit and have a conversation with you unless you're buying a drink or you paying for something, because otherwise they could be somewhere else in that club with somebody else making themselves some money. And if they on that stage, they're making money. If they go into a private room, they're making money. Their time is money the entire time they're at work. And this is something that everybody can use up. Those of you who work in any other profession, how much time do we spend at work where we're not actually working? How much time we spend that's supposed to be our work day, quote unquote work day? You entrepreneurs, you freelancers out there, how much time of your work day are you not doing work? How much time are you catching up on Twitter or reading Instagram or writing a long motivational post to go on your Instagram or replying to somebody's thread on Facebook or reading some article that has nothing to do with you developing yourself professionally to do your job better, but you're supposed to be at work during that time? Now, I know there's a whole bunch of people who can raise their hand and admit that they're probably guilty of that. You don't have to admit it. It's not about anybody judging you or you coming clean to me or anybody else. A stripper is always at work when they're at work. They're always doing something to make money when they're at work. And if they're not, then it's somebody else taking money that could be theirs out of their pocket because that other dancer is working while they're not doing work. If you're going to be at work, be at work. That applies. I don't care if you are a an architect, if you chop down trees, if you're a landscaper, if you're a YouTuber, you're a writer, if you're at work, be at work. If people spent all their work day, let's say the average person works 8 hours a day, the average professional 8 hours a day, if everybody spent actually 8 hours actually working, you would get a whole lot more done. If you write 3 articles a week, if you spent all 8 hours a day working, you could probably get 5 articles a week, 6 or 7 articles a week, because your writing skill will go up because you spend more time writing. You're actually focused on it. You're not getting distracted. You're not breaking your focus by looking at Twitter or reading a text message that one of your friends sent you that has nothing to do with work. All your time at work, do something that's going to make you money, because that's why you're at work, right? That's the reason most people work, is to make money, not because they love the job. It's to make money. Number 3. We're talking about principles that you can learn from strippers. Is that a stripper, as I talked about at the beginning of this video, there's some people out there who are just against the stripping profession. I was talking to my lady before about this industry. I don't remember why the conversation came up, but she was saying, well, it must be something. She just disagrees with the industry. She disagrees with people who are in the industry. She thinks there's something morally or inherently wrong with the industry, or maybe with people who work there. I disagree. I don't think so. It's not illegal to be a stripper. You're not breaking the law. You're not physically hurting anybody. You're doing something that people are willing to pay for. You're making money for it. Nobody's getting injured in the process. I don't see what the problem is. But there are some people who do see a problem. Again, that is not the conversation in this video, so please don't challenge me in the comments for what you think about the stripping industry. I don't give a damn. Here's the thing you need to understand. Strippers don't give a damn what you think if you don't like the industry. If you think something's wrong with being a stripper does not care that you think that. If you think that there must be something wrong with them mentally, or if they got daddy issues or something happened in their past that they need to get over, and that's your psychoanalysis of a person who you never even met, they don't give a damn. You know why? Because they're doing something that is not illegal, that people are willing to pay for, and they are leveraging what they have in order to make themselves money. It's honest money, it is legal money, and they're making themselves money and taking care of themselves, going to school, taking care of their kids, paying for their car, paying their bills, putting food on the table, not hurting you. You're not hurting them. They don't give a damn about your opinion. A stripper does not care what you think about their work, even if you disagree. You know who they care about? People who do like their work. People who show up to their club and they bring up those ones and they pay that money in order to get the services that they want. That's what the stripper cares about. And a lot of people out there in the business world, outside of the stripping industry, working in quote-unquote more morally high ground or honest professions, you could use this mindset a whole lot in your own life. Stop caring so much about what other people think of you, especially the negative comments. How much do you find yourself slowing your work down, not doing what you're supposed to do, not completely focused on your work because you're thinking about, analyzing, talking about, complaining about, reeling from some negative comment that somebody who has nothing to do with what you do has to say about you. Somebody just doesn't agree with your work. They don't like how you look. They made a negative comment on your Instagram. They gave you a nasty reply on Twitter from something that you said because they don't agree with your opinion. And you're letting that slow you down from doing what you need to do to get to where you got to go. That don't happen to a stripper. Stripper ain't in the club thinking, you know what, maybe I shouldn't dance tonight and make any money tonight because, the woman who lives across the street from me found out that I'm a stripper and she don't like that profession and she don't give a damn. Why? Because listen, I'm doing what I got to do for me. Anybody who does not like it, you don't exist and you're dead to me. Like Kevin O'Leary says on Shark Tank, only people that exist to them are the people who are going to help them make money. People who are into what I'm offering. If you want to buy what I'm selling, let's have a conversation. You don't want to buy what I'm selling, it's all good, no problem. Don't talk to me, don't get in my way so I can go make my money. Bottom line, end of story. Those are the 3 things you can learn from a stripper. So even if you, again, no matter how you feel about the stripping industry, you can learn those 3 things. If you don't apply them, they will be used against you and it will hurt you in the long run. Don't say nobody ever told you. Work on your game. DreAllDay.com.